Okay, thank you everyone for joining. My apologies for this late afternoon interviews and talks and open mic. South Africa has now entered our load shedding schedules again. So my apologies to everybody. Those who do not know what load shedding is in South Africa, it is power outages that we do experience, and it seems like they've introduced it. So welcome everybody. Thanda, thank you so much for joining. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you so
Um,
much.
yeah. So guys, thank you so much for joining open mic. I know it's late in the afternoon, so whoever is watching, thank you so much for watching. I am the founder of Open Mic Foundation, and Open Mic is a global platform for storytelling. We embrace people to come onto the platform to share their stories and also to inspire others through people's personal stories, and whether it's their businesses or whether it's their personal stories from themselves from their point of view. Please follow us on Instagram. We are on the handle is Open Mic Foundation. Open Mic also has a YouTube channel as well, Open Mic Foundation. Please subscribe to the channel, and there's videos that has been going on there for the past 2 to 3 months. We would really appreciate your support. So, Tanda, thank you so much for joining. I do appreciate it. It has been quite an challenging time this past couple of days. So thank you so much, and also extending the welcome as well. So to our viewers, I think introduce yourself first, a little bit about Tanda itself before going into the story itself.
Yeah. Well, once again, thank you so much for having me on the show. It's a really big privilege to be actually on a such platform. I am Thanda Mkwana, by the way. I go by Thanda Music in the music industry. I'm a
Mhm.
recording artist. I actually do this full time. This is what I do. This is me. Well, I'm gonna be telling you guys about me, like letting you guys know a lot about me and how I grew up and the type of people that I actually know in my life, the legends that are in my life, you know, per se. Yeah. So like the topic that I actually chose today was about growing up with a pop star. A lot of my viewers and the people that know me know my father is Ringo Mahlingozi. Like that's like a big figure. That's been a big part of my music career, yeah, up to date. So yeah, that is me.
Okay. I think a lot of people did not know, the link with growing up with the pop stars. So it's good that you've
Yeah,
mentioned, Ringo. When I was growing up, my brothers and my dad used to listen to him all the time. So it's interesting, I think having that perspective and growing up with the pop stars is very different lifestyle. So I'm very honored that you came onto open mic to share your story with us. And it's
yeah.
gonna be very, very, absolutely intriguing to hear, what it was like growing up with the pop star. So I'm gonna give this platform over to you. And yeah, and then we're gonna see if there's any questions from our viewers, if there's any comments, please send it through, and welcome. So I'm gonna hand it over to you, Tanda.
Yeah, and welcome guys, welcome man. Just to share, just be open, just engage with me. Okay, like I'm gonna take you guys way back into time from the beginning. I was born and partially raised in Cape Town in Gugulethu. That's a township for most of the people that don't know. It's a township in Cape Town. It was like established around the 1960s. Um, fairly young, but it's a it's a it's a it's a township that's like diverse in culture, if I can say. You have a lot of Rastafarians over there, Muslims. Xhosa culture is big. Like that is what is actually dominating in Gugulethu, the Xhosa culture
Mhm.
most. Yeah. So there's like a lot of diverse culture that I actually grew up under, like a lot of different type of people that were around me at the time. But growing up in Cape Town, actually, like I saw everything for the first time. I actually experienced a lot of things for the first time in Cape Town. Although it was like, like I was living there for like a short time, up until around like my primary school life. But well, living in Cape Town, if I can just paint a picture for you, we had like a big like park, it had like rugby
Mm-hmm.
poles. I feel like in most townships in Cape Town around that time, the parks were not really parks. There were like these big fields with like rugby poles. So like basically we used to like create our own fun. So like we used to like dig these pits where like we used to like train ourselves. We used to do like all these type of gymnastic stuff like somersaults and create like a whole lot of new things. We
Yeah.
used to play soccer over there. We used to like do a whole lot of things. So I grew up doing so many things. I felt like I could be anything. You know what I mean? So growing up in Cape Town, I actually started living with my mother before staying with my dad. And growing up and then. So like with my mother, she was the firstborn in the family, so she had natural leadership. So like she set like the authority in the house, basically. So I was living like with my cousins, and my older
Okay.
brother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So actually we were like a big family type of thing,
Mm-hmm.
living in my grandmother's house and all those type of things. So uh, uh, my dad was there most of the time. Like there was never a time that or like never a special moment in my life where my dad wasn't there. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes like my dad would come back from like tour because he used to tour all the time. He used to come back from tour, and even before he even gets to the house, like used to pass through different family members around the township. Like we had like family members everywhere. So before even my dad gets to the house, I used to like get people coming through to the park or coming through to where I was playing soccer. Like, yo, your dad is way. Uh, 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 you should go to the house. Your dad's gonna be home anytime. You know what I mean? I used to even get
Yeah.
home when time I get home. Like I used to call my mom by her name, like yo, Charmaine. That is, you know what I mean? And then my dad would like pull through and be like, yo, don't call your mother Charmaine. That is your mother. You know what I mean? Because like we grew up calling everyone by their name. So like my
Yes.
dad like always had that thing of your mom is your mother. You better call your mom. You know, not
Mm-hmm.
Charmaine, her mother. By mother, like by mama. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
like okay, before talking about like how my dad inspired me into music and just living under him. Uh, in my family, well, my mother's side, uh, there was a group that my aunts and my mother was in, but she later left the group. But they were like traveling the world. So
Okay.
I first heard like my first music from them. Like we used to
So
like
your
listen to
mom
all
was
types
in the
of music.
group. So your mom was in the group as well?
Well, my mom was like a dancer, but like she ended up like looking after us more. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like yeah, she became the mother of the home. So
Okay.
she actually like just left the group. I don't know
Okay.
for what reason, but yeah. But like the music side, I learned the music side first and foremost from my aunts. Like they used
Okay.
to play jazz, with us. They used to well, a whole lot of jazz. There was quite the music that was in the mix too. Afro soul music was also big in the house. So yeah, like I learned like a lot of my music, growing up from the house. And then
Mm-hmm.
at the age of 7, that's when a lot of things changed in my life, and
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, that's when I actually had like a car accident. You know what I mean? Like a car hit me. Oh, like okay, let me just tell you guys what happened. Um, well, we were sent to go buy like a few stuff, for the house, to cook some
Okay.
onions, some potatoes, and so they sent like us as the cousins, you know, like this is, well, it was like 2 streets away.
Okay.
Like, yeah, so as we were actually going to go buy, you know, like the goods and stuff, a white Mercedes Benz, I don't know, came out of nowhere. Out of everybody, it hit me, you know. That was the most craziest thing. Out of everyone,
Wow.
it came and crashed me out into a tree, you know what I mean? And the rest was history, you know. It was actually so bad where like I might even not even be able to play sports anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and all like, yeah, but you know, God is big, God is good. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I actually even ended up running for SA champs at a point in my life. You know, so
Okay.
at the at the age of 7, I actually moved to Johannesburg like around September, October
Okay.
times. Yeah,
All right.
that's the first time like I actually, you know, landed in Jersey and experienced the Jersey life. Yeah.
Did your mom move with you?
No, I actually moved with my dad.
Okay, so you
I was
just moved with your dad.
actually, yeah, like,
Okay.
yeah, it was actually my dad, my brother, and my stepmom at the time.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. And then after you moved with your dad, I mean, you were 7, right? So what it was like growing up with him?
Yeah, like as I said, man, actually, can I just go back? The first
Yeah, sure.
song, the first song I actually ever learned, well, I actually well, we actually ever created with my cousins. My cousins were like rappers, you know. At the time, like rapping was cool and everything, but I mean, like I just couldn't like find a way to just construct a rap song type of thing. You see, so
Okay.
like, I was like the kid that always had melodies. You know, I could sing anything. Like when my mom used to play Boys to Men, for instance. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I used to, you know, impersonate myself, you know, and sing like that. And I would like, you know, sing higher than the people that are singing. Sometimes like people would be like, "Yo, like you actually sing like a girl," you know. But like for them, it was a compliment. For me, it was like, "Hey, guys, like you know, it's coming across, you know, in a weird manner." But like yeah, they used to have this song that they like created up. I mean, like made up. Like used to go like Usika Papa Akulula Pamshela Usika. You know what I mean? Like they used to like, you know, make up like these rap songs. So I used to be always the one to like, you know what, let me can I like just make up a hook? Can I create a hook? You know, like
Yeah.
like that was usually like a song that, you know, we took out and actually like saw ourselves like trying to, you know, make it big, put it out there for the first time. For the first, even while I was like trying to like discover myself, like in one in what I like, in what sports am I comfortable playing or whatever. But like
Yeah.
that for me, like just creating songs, you know, being able
Mm-hmm.
to actually put a message in a song was like was something that was always like a big memory for me. You know, it was,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Okay, so with my dad, like my dad was well, even till today, my dad is a firm person. You know, he's a well-rooted man. So even like in the household, there was never like a superstar. You know, there was father, mother, and the kids. You know what I mean? Um, like people like always feel like you know, like I'm from a family where, you know, we had like maybe like a butler, or maybe we had like a chauffeur that, you know, that was taking care of everything or whatever. But like to tell you the truth, like the person that people see, you know, like the messages that like he puts out there, he actually, you know, he practices what he preaches, you know, like to be honest. So
Mm-hmm.
so like, you know, like even like the small things as like my dad would like make a song, right? Like create a song, maybe like a sing a song, and then come back home, you know, and then play for us, play for the kids, you know, play played for everybody in the house at the time. And then he would like maybe like ask each and every one of us, like, what's your opinion on the song? Like be real with me, like what do you feel moves you, and then like you would, cause like when we actually started, like started figuring things out, like around grade 8 and above, like we were like out there, we could see things, like especially like the youth. My dad was actually, still trying to, connect with us, because I mean he was being in the game, he was doing the things, but like just that move of like, what do you feel like from your point of view, from you knowing my music, from you knowing the sound that I do, like what relevance does this sound right now, like you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that how can I put it, like that leadership on its own, like I took that, like on my, like on what I do at the moment, like with my friends, for instance, uh, 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 um, like I take that on, man, like the confidence in actually having other people to tell you what they feel, like on your side, like like just being able to take in criticism, and just being able to work with it, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so what it was like in school? I mean, were the kids knowing who your dad was? Was it something that, did it make you famous in school? Were you the cool kid on the block for the kids, knowing who your dad was?
Well, not because of my dad. I've never been that type of kid that actually, the first thing you know about me is because I'm doing what's,
Yeah.
that's been always the thing, and also with my surname, like most people would be like, but you're Thanda Mgwana, you're not Thanda Mahingos. Like, how's that going on? Like, why don't you change your surname, for instance, or like why
Mm,
don't you like
mm,
people knowing like who your father is? Like for me,
mm,
it's not even about like my dad. Like for instance, my dad always used to tell us like, yo man, you guys should understand. Like this is my legacy. Like this is my brand. Ringo is my brand. You know, at a
mm.
point one day, you guys are gonna make your brand. You guys are gonna become yourselves. If you you feel what I'm saying. So like also with people like just coming through and just being friends with me just because I'm Ringo's father. It
Mm.
didn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? Like they never
Okay.
benefit any that didn't change their lives. They didn't even change my life for any, you know.
Okay.
So in school, I actually became popular, as people will put it out. I became popular because of my sports. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because of like me just being an athlete, like I was
Hmm.
actually accepted in it. So and just who I was at the time,
Okay.
I was very versatile. I was literally friends with everybody. I know
Okay.
everybody, not friends with everyone. I mean, like in this real life, you're not friends with everyone.
Yeah.
Like but I was just never out there because my dad was Ringo, and I want you guys to respect me or to become my friends because my dad is Ringo. That didn't make sense to me, at all.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So how has your dad, I mean, he clearly has a big influence on your music, right?
yeah, true.
So what's that influence like? Does he help you? Does he brainstorm with you ideas? What type
Actually,
of relationship you have? Because you're an artist and I'm not too
yeah, yeah.
sure. Is he still performing?
Yeah, it is. I feel like my
Okay.
dad is gonna die on the field. Like that's
Okay.
I mean, he's gonna
Do you guys
die on the
perform
stage.
together?
That's what he does. I haven't. I would love to. I haven't as yet.
Okay.
Actually, just to answer your question, my dad, in fact, us as kids, we actually recorded a song with him. It was on the album. Uh, actually the song was called Wheelie. It was written by my dad and everything. That was the first time actually I was in the studio, and my dad was actually like, like directing us, like Thanda, do this, do that. And I had like the falsetto voice, so I had like the high voice. So
Okay.
I used to, in fact, I was like singing the high notes. Pila, my brother, was singing the tenor, parts. My dad was also in. My little sister at the time was so young.
Okay.
Actually, my sister sang a song on I think it was a voice note at the time. It was a VN.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there was a VN that my mom had. So my dad actually played that voice note type of thing, but then it actually made
Mm-hmm.
it work. It was sounding so good. Like, so my sister was on the song. It was me. It was Pila. My dad. In fact, yeah. Actually, the five of us. So it was actually the first time I was actually in studio with my dad, like actually, singing and everything. So I actually saw how you can actually record for the first time that time,
Okay.
that day.
And how
Yeah,
old were you at that time?
yeah. I think I was about what, 12,
Okay.
2007. No, 13, 13 years old. I was about
Okay.
13, yeah.
Okay.
Actually,
All
I'm
right.
26 years old today. So, yeah.
Okay. So how was it? What type of, so he's clearly a role model for you. So what type of influences does he have? Do you go to him as a sounding board? How has he helped you with your career? Is he part of it in terms of developing it?
Yeah, actually, my dad is a big and inspiring in my music. I actually go to my dad, like, bro, the song that I actually just did. I actually just sent him on WhatsApp now. I'm like, yo, my dad, like the first
Tanda,
person
you
I sent.
Tanda, you're breaking up a little bit. Say that again.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay. Um, I'm saying like the latest song I actually sent to my dad. He was actually telling me, he was like, from the sound that I was actually doing, I actually made a tape.
Mm-hmm.
I put out a tape out there. He was the first person that I sent my tape to. So he was just telling me like, yo, like I didn't even know that you were this artistic, because like literally everything that I put out so far in music is just all me. Well, I've got a producer that's working with me at the moment, and but then like in terms of like my writing and just my layout is just all me. Like you understand. So like I don't have a person that is like guiding me onto like, yo, listen, uh, put out this record, write this
Mm-hmm.
record. Like
Mm-hmm.
all I'm doing right now is through my experiences. You feel what I'm saying? Like all
Okay.
the songs that I've been writing, that I've actually put out for the past year or
Mm-hmm.
so, because I actually dropped the tape like end of last year, like around May
Okay.
time. So yeah, it's just been all from my experiences. Like even the people that I've met in the music industry, it's just through my moves, basically. But my dad plays a big role in like inspiring my music. He
Okay.
gives me like the best advice, like the most blunt advice. So he was like just like telling me like on the test, like, yo, I actually like the improvement that you've jumped on,
Mm-hmm.
because he was like, like just playing the songs that I actually like sent him before. He was like the message is actually getting solid, but then my sound is becoming my sound. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And he's like, yeah, he actually became like so confident about it. It's like he's like, if I was actually on, like if I was you starting out when I was starting out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is like the type of sound I was actually gonna push it. So to me, it's like it's a big compliment, saying that, okay, right now, I'm gonna just focus on myself mostly. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Even like just doing open mic, I feel like I can just like open more doors for myself. not just for me just to, like just sharing my story and everything. Just for updating, you know what I mean? Just like my day-to-day experiences and my real life, and like what I'm going through and everything. So I feel like he plays a big role in giving the best advice, like the more advice. He will be like,
Okay.
I still that you made. He can't even say stuff like that. Straight. Did you hear me?
Yeah.
Because I felt like the connection.
Yeah, it cut off. It cut off at the end. The connection is really bad today. So what is? I mean, you've released an album, right?
Yeah, the tape.
Okay. So what's your plans? What is some of the music that you're looking at, inspiring, and what are some of the plans that you have ahead for yourself?
At the moment, actually, I just did the song called Flower Child. I want to drop that song as a single. So maybe we're looking at maybe like 2 months from now. I'm gonna be dropping. I'm gonna be dropping like a whole lot of music. But I'm actually doing a tape. I'm like almost, let's say I'm 60% my second tape, but just like just like a few things just like I want to sort out. Basically, I have my music, you know what I mean, but like there's just some people that I want to work with at the moment,
Okay.
because for me like this tape is not just like because the first tape I was really like just trying to like figure out my sound. You feel what I'm saying? Like just like I was touching up on hip hop, then R&B, hip hop, and then I've got like these acapella tunes that I have, like my intro and my outro. It's
Okay.
like it's got like so much African elements to it, and I feel like I wanna prove it, And with the second tape, like I wanna show how versatile I am. You know what I mean? I wanna show like I wanna flex a bit, if I can put it like that. I really want to flex. Yeah.
Okay. So who are some of your inspiration regarding your music besides your dad, right? Who else inspires you with your music? Do you have South African role models in terms of the music industry? Is it people, abroad? Who inspires your music?
Okay, well, like I'm a 90s baby, so like as they say, like music nowadays is so annoying, but I feel like it's well, like regarding like your opinion on what you like, But like I feel like uh, the people that inspired me the most, I can say, bro, I just have Bob Marley. Like the first thing that you just said was like Bob Marley. Bob Marley is over there. Michael Jackson. Uh, okay, let me go to South Africa. There's Lucky Dube. Lucky Dube has made some beautiful tunes.
Have you met him?
I've never met him. Never.
Okay, Lucky Dube. Who else?
I admire Brenda Fass's confidence, her music, and you know what I mean, like and how she brought us up. So Brenda Fassi can actually also make the list over there. My dad, obviously, he's yeah, man, he's set the you know the limits. He's done the things that would actually like just teach me a lot. Well, I've got younger guys that are actually that have inspired me in music. Right now, like Java is really like an inspiration. He's really doing the things. I really love his sound. I mean, like he doesn't have the best vocal abilities out there, but like I feel like he's musically he's gifted. Like I've got a whole lot of people.
Okay, so that's okay. So do you write your own songs? Are you the songwriter?
Yeah, I write all my songs, literally.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Literally. Wow.
Yeah.
And listen, I'm assuming, right? So is the songwriting in some of the songs inspired by your life, by your experience? We
Well,
always say that, songwriting is more about telling a story based on what you have felt and what you've experienced. Is that the type of inspiration? Is that what we look into your music, where it's coming from?
um, most of my music is like what I've like experienced in life. Like I feel like
Mm-hmm.
I can't write anything that I don't know. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I'm just letting myself. But like I mean, like you can also learn from other people's story. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah.
like a lot of people can actually teach you like a lot of stuff. Even when you actually didn't walk their shoes, like you didn't experience the type of thing that they went through. But like
Mm-hmm.
you know, maybe like you, the type of friends that you had, you know, before, or the
Mm-hmm.
family members that you have or whatever, can
Mm-hmm.
really, you know, like give you a perspective, like a perception of who they are. You know what I mean? And you can actually write like beautiful stories. So it's not merely what I actually went through, but the type of things that I understand and that makes sense to
Mm-hmm.
me. But real life situations though, like no comic stuff, no Marvel situation, no
Okay.
Batman situations. But like yeah,
Okay.
most of my is mainly my experiences. Yeah, what
Okay.
I went through.
So, I mean, you're a young and coming artist, and you definitely clearly want to, put your music out there.
Yeah.
As an artist, we know that, people go big, and it depends on, their influence and stuff. As an artist, what is it that you want to influence?
You know what I mean? Like in this day and age, there's so much you can talk about. I wanna like if I can actually speak more about my mother. I actually lost my mom at the age of 12, around 2006. It was really bad. Like a lot of people don't know this about me because like I really don't speak about it. Not because
Mm-hmm.
I'm not confident enough to speak about it, or it embarrasses me or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
like it's just a thing of I just never found like a comfortable space to like just share for people. You know what I mean? Like I always just give people like this type of kind of like if you met like people that have met me, they'll give you like different types of like who I am basically. But like not
Okay.
to say like different types of faces, but like the type of energy that you give like
Mm-hmm.
you give off. I'm gonna give type of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I lost my mom to like gun violence. So it was my mother's sister's boyfriend, that came into the house and did all this mess. So he actually robbed me of my support system, my mother. I was like mother's boy. I was a mama's boy, to be honest. So
Mm-hmm.
like for me it 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 was like a major turnover. Like it made me grow up like at a speed that I actually never noticed up until now. Like when I look at the type of things that I was actually doing and whatever. But uh, uh, like now there's this big hype on gender-based violence
Mm-hmm.
and and like what men are doing or whatever. So through like my experiences and what I went through, for me it was not about like what had happened. It was about who my mother was. You feel me? So it was about like
Okay.
what type of person was she for me? Like what
Thanda, you breaking up?
that she can you now? Because
Yes, hold a second. The connection's really bad today. Can you hear me?
okay, no, but like what
There we
I
go.
actually, yes, I can.
Yeah, there we go.
So yeah, like what I actually like took from my mom was like like the type of person she was, like the authority that she possessed, and for me to actually glorify her was for me to actually like just actually understand what had happened, understand myself better. And there's this song that I actually made on my tape. It was my outro, like one of the songs that I made like in a cappella. Most of the people like that song. When I perform that song, I even become alive. Like when I'm on stage, I feel alive. And and I was having a talk with my mom the other day, my stepmom, but she's my mother. Like she's been there all my life. I was having a talk with her like some of the time. She was like, do you realize, you have like these different color tones in your voice. She's like, I can go from tenor, have had like having this tenor baritone-ish voice, to like a nice falsetto voice. Because my mom used to sing too, like she was not like the best of singers. She couldn't have. I mean, she can't sing like a Beyonce, you know what I mean? So she,
Don't
yeah.
compare your mom to a Beyonce. Don't do
Well,
that.
but yeah, but like she had like this type of tenor falsetto-ish voice. So like I feel like I literally took my father's voice and I took my mom's voice and I actually just blended in one. So like in that song, there's like the beginning where like I start off, like with the nice tenor tune to it. And then, like when I get to this, like even like a lot of people that don't even understand what I'm saying, because as things cost us. So even like some of my friends or like, man, I don't understand what you're saying, bro. But when you get to that mama tune, when you get to that point, I just become so emotional. I'm like, I just took a Thanda. There was in two people, and I just made it one. So yeah, like just going back to that. So like she actually made me way stronger. So like a lot of people don't actually know this. So yeah, I'm actually
Okay.
like a dilution of two people, not of the one.
Well, thank you so much for sharing. I think losing someone that's close to you, does make you reflect and does make you think about, a lot of things that contributes, to one's life. Okay. And I think acknowledging the way that your mom passed away is very important. You know, would you say that gender-based violence is something that you are standing for, or something that holds close to you from that perspective?
Well, like it's a real topic, you know what I mean? It's a real situation. It's happening every
Mm-hmm.
day.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's 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 in South Africa or not, it's everywhere in the world. You know what I mean? So
Sure.
yes, I am for like acting against like based violence. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Vice versa, both ways.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. It's really crazy. So yeah, I can be a voice for it. Even like in the type of things that I actually say in my music. For
Mm-hmm.
instance, gender-based violence can be actually one of the topics. Like I talk about like actually what I went through and what I feel. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you could say, you could say.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I mean, next month is Women's Month, and Open Mic is gonna be partnering up with a few people, and we're also looking at rolling out a program for gender-based violence as well.
Yeah.
So with me as well, looking back and to see how do we give back to the community, how do we enrich certain aspects of South African cultures. We tend to don't look at it, and whether it's through music, whether it's through storytelling, we definitely have to do some type of change in order to enlighten people about certain situations that go through. A lot of artists go through their music and obviously through their experience, hence why I was asking you, your songs that you are performing, is it based on your experience, which is good to know, because when someone listens to that, they're going to resonate with yourself, and also to your music as well. So yeah. Absolutely powerful stuff. Thank you so much for sharing that personal story about your mom. I'm sure it wasn't easy talking about it, but thank you so much for sharing that.
Not even about being easy talking about it. Like I feel like you just have to find a comfortable space. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
talking about myself. I feel like it would actually be so much of a disappointment of not talking about my mother. It doesn't mean
Yeah.
she's not here. I cannot talk about my mom. Like she's me. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Same thing as my father. My father is me. I am him. In fact, I am him first. You know what I mean? So he's a big person in my life, just as my mom. So in fact, like just talking about my father, like I feel like because like even like back in the day, like he actually used to like take us to like his rehearsals. He used to
Mm.
like actually take his rehearsals like he was about to perform that day or about to like his seriousness was on another level. You know what I mean? So like even like before like a performance, for instance, like my dad would actually even give himself like an hour of meditating for like to actually himself.
Mm-hmm.
He
Mm-hmm.
he takes pride in his craft for real. So like just on that, like just seeing how serious he takes himself,
Mm-hmm.
whether like you can have a crowd of about 200 people,
Mm-hmm.
he will perform to that crowd like it's 1,000. You know what I mean? Because like he wants to sound exactly like how you heard him on the tape. You know what I mean? Like as how you want to listen to him in the house, you're gonna get exactly that. You know what I mean? So there's not even one performance I've
Mm-hmm.
seen where they have not been well, like for real. So
Okay.
like the way he takes himself serious, like I feel like it's one to take, like it's how like even like these young guys actually become so relevant for like a short space of time because of their
Mm-hmm.
attitude,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
like like attitude plays a big part in making sure that you're actually on the right road,
Mm-hmm.
actually. So I feel like
Okay.
it's one to take in the future for me, like just how serious you take yourself. Yeah.
Okay. So my last question to you would be, up and coming artists that's out there, what would be your message to them? What would you say to any up and coming artist? You being one yourself.
Like listen, don't give up, man. Because I feel
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people are making beautiful music. You feel me? It's just that we all don't have like these teams, that people have, and
Mm-hmm.
and and apart from talking about teams, like these groups of fans of people, like when you drop
Yeah.
out music, you don't get like airplays like like about like these big artists do, so keep doing you. At the end of the day, I feel like like even like another day. I mean, some other day I was talking with my friend. Like it's not even about like the type of wave that you jump into. Some people just jump on the pressure on making a song that is that is that is commercially played by everybody else. You know what I mean? Like for instance,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like an Afro soul artist. Now I want to make a trap song. You know, but but I know that I can't make a trap song, but I'm gonna force myself to making a trap song.
Mm-hmm.
So you talk about like if you literally stay yourself, and for instance, like I'm all about spreading a message. I'm all about conscious. But now if I'm always just trying to like bring off different skins on myself, like people are
Mm-hmm.
not gonna know who I am. But like
Mm-hmm.
if I keep pushing like who I am, by the time people accept me, you know what I mean, the me is gonna prevail. The real Thanda is gonna prevail. Not not the guy that was trying different things, trying to jump on different waves, trying to jump on different tunes. different people, mixing up with a different crowd and whatever. But like if you stay you and people actually like you for who you are, one day somehow, I mean, things are gonna be good for you, you know. And it's not gonna and like you know, like to be honest with you, like being you is not gonna be so difficult. I feel like it's gonna come off naturally, to be honest, you know.
Okay.
It's just gonna be
Okay, so don't give up, you know, stay true to who you are. That's basically what your message is.
straight up.
Okay, sweet, absolutely. Thank you so much. So, are you going to be giving us an a cappella song? Are you going to do this to close off?
Actually, I wanna play you guys. It's on my tape. It's an outro on my tape. I feel like I wanna share this to you guys. I feel like most of you guys that are gonna be watching this don't know this. So yeah, let me try to find something for y'all.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
Long as you're ready. Dibabonile bongabantu ayo baphela abantu dibabonile bongabantu ayo baphela abantu zizilo andibamba skomalo wasenza abantu zizilo andibamba skomalo wasenza abantu zizilo andibamba skomalo wasenza abantu hey wandibamba senza abantu zizilo andibamba skomalo wasenza abantu hlonipha abazali bakho hlonipha abazali bakho hlonipha umama notata hlonipha umama notata mama Okay, no, I feel like
that was awesome. That was absolutely incredible. Wow, that's fantastic. I've never heard it before, but I love the way that it flowed. I love the way that it made me feel. Listen, it is absolutely fantastic. So what I would like you to do, Thanda, is to send your link, you know, on the Facebook page where your post is at, and send the people, you know, who you are, you know, send the clip if you have a clip that you can share with them, a YouTube video or anything to listen to what you've just shared. I mean, it's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Is this on your, is that one of the tapes that you did recently?
It's actually part of the tape. It's my outro in the tape that I actually dropped last year, November.
Okay, all right.
It's a fairly new project for me because I haven't dropped anything after that. So yeah,
Okay.
I would love for you to actually jump on it to actually get it. Share it
Yeah.
for your people. The thing is, I'm gonna just jump on the group and just share the stuff because you can get it on iTunes,
Mm-hmm.
Apple Music,
Mm-hmm.
Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
You know, literally any people that can actually stream, you can get it. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I think, you know what, put it onto your post at the bottom in the comment section, you know, so that people can, you know, hear your song or stream it or whatever it may be, so that they can hear, you know, who you are. That was fantastic. I liked it. I loved it, actually. It was really cool. Thank you so much for sharing it. That's really, really good. Thank you really, really much for that. Any final comments, any final says that you want to say?
Everybody, listen. That is like that is the Thanda that's on the tape on Thanda on 25 Reasons. So that's like my latest project that I feel like people should actually, you know, jump on. If you feel like, you know, you want to get to know me as a musician, like actually have a good listen at it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
well, I've had like a whole lot of different diverse of people, like different types of people, like just telling me like, yo, even some of them don't even understand some of my music. Like, what am I saying?
Mm-hmm.
But the emotion that I'm giving off is like, yo, like you're just making me want to know what you say. You feel me? So
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
yeah, I really want you guys to jump on it. And final but not least, I want you guys to just keep on a lookout. I'm gonna drop a single, but this single is gonna be part of my tape. But it's gonna be
Okay.
like a lead up to what I'm gonna be doing next. So I want you guys to just keep on a lookout on that, and follow my Facebook page, which is Thanda
Mm-hmm.
Music. Follow
Mm-hmm.
my Instagram page, which is Thanda Music too.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can get me on Twitter by 25 Reasons,
Mm-hmm.
or you can get me at Mkwana Thanda. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But
Okay.
Facebook,
Fantastic.
Instagram.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fantastic. What you can do is put in all your handles and stuff on the group as well for them to follow you as well. You're more than welcome to use that space and to send put in all the stuff for them. And I'm sure they'll definitely, you know, link up to that. I want to say, Tana, thank you so much for sharing such a personal story, you know, with us, and you know, to giving us some great insights what it was like to growing up with your dad. You know, Ringo has been part of, you know, South Africa's music for many years, and a lot of people know him. But you know, to have his son come onto this platform and share a little bit of insights, you know, about growing up with him, you know, I truly appreciate you sharing that personal story with us, and to your mom, and about your mom as well. So thank you so much. I do truly appreciate it, and looking forward for you dropping that new song or the new tape in the next 2 months or so. Hey,
Just keep on a lookout.
will do.
Yeah. Like just not about Thanda music. Just go to 25 Reasons, listen to the tape, you know. And once
Okay.
again, thank you so much, Jason.
Ah,
This was
it's a
amazing.
pleasure. Anytime, anytime. Thank you so much. Take care. Thank you, everyone, for
Anytime.
joining.
Sorry. Oh, bye. I couldn't hear you. Were cutting. You're breaking.
It's okay.